moment of terror, a group of friends filled with excitement and a sense of adventure set out on what was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. Anna, Sarah, and Ali boarded a ship that would take them to a remote island far from the mainland. The sun was shining, and the wind played in their hair as they stood on the ship's deck, imagining the adventure that awaited them. "This feels like a dream," Anna said with a laugh, looking at the vast ocean around them. "I can't believe we're actually here." Sarah, standing next to her, smiled and gazed out at the horizon. "Just think about it, an entire island to ourselves, surrounded by nothing but the ocean." Ali, ever the joker, couldn't resist adding, "I bet there's some haunted jungle out there. Maybe we'll run into a ghost or two." He winked, making everyone laugh. But despite the joking, Anna felt a thrill of excitement. Ghosts or not, they were ready for whatever this trip had to offer. When the ship finally docked at the island, the excitement shifted to something more ominous. As they stepped onto the shore, a strange silence enveloped them. The sun had begun to set, and the once beautiful island now seemed shrouded in darkness. Anna was still enchanted by the beauty of the place, exclaiming, "Isn't this place stunning?" But Sarah wasn't so sure. She glanced around, her eyes narrowing. "It's too quiet," she whispered, her voice filled with unease. "Doesn't it feel strange to you?" Ali laughed, brushing off her concerns. "Come on, now you're taking that ghost joke seriously. Relax." But just then, a cold gust of wind swept through the trees, and the sound of distant rustling echoed through the air. For a moment, everyone fell silent. Anna, trying to shake off her uneasiness, forced a smile. "Let's set up camp. It's getting dark." That night, the eerie stillness seemed to intensify. The moonlight filtered through the thick canopy of trees, casting strange shadows around their campsite. The fire flickered, but it didn't seem to bring the comfort it should have. Sarah, sitting close to the fire, hugged herself. "I feel like someone's watching us," she whispered, her voice trembling. Ali tried to brush it off. "It's just in your head. We've had a long day, and you're tired." But Anna wasn't convinced. "No," she said quietly. "There's something wrong with this place." Before anyone could respond, they all heard it. A rustling in the distance coming from the jungle. The sound was faint, but unmistakable. Their hearts pounded as they froze in place, eyes darting towards the darkness. "What was that?" Ali asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Anna quickly switched on her flashlight, scanning the surrounding trees. But nothing appeared. The darkness seemed to grow thicker, more suffocating. "We should go to our tents," Anna said, her voice firm. "Let's not let our minds play tricks on us." But their night was far from peaceful. In the dead of night, a piercing scream echoed through the forest. Everyone jolted awake, their hearts racing. Sarah was gone. Panic set in as they searched the camp for any sign of Sarah. The unease that had followed them since their arrival now turned into full-blown fear. With no other choice, they ventured into the jungle, calling out her name. But the island remained deathly quiet. As they ventured deeper, the atmosphere shifted. The trees seemed to close in around them, and a strange, ancient fortress loomed ahead, hidden deep within the island. It was there, in the shadow of the fortress, that the truth of the island revealed itself. From the darkness emerged a creature unlike anything they had ever seen. Its 3 glowing eyes pierced through the night, and its demonic face sent shivers down their spines. Time seemed to freeze as the friends stared in horror. "You've come here to die," the demon courage she didn't know she had. She turned to her friends, her voice steady despite the terror they faced. "I don't know what this thing is, but we're getting off this island alive." The final confrontation was inevitable. Deep in the heart of the jungle, Anna found herself face to face with the demon. Its monstrous form towered over her, and the weight of the island's dark history seemed to press down on her shoulders. "You can't fight me," the demon hissed. "This place will destroy you." But Anna refused to back down. "I'll fight for my friends. I'll fight you." Her eyes fell on an old sword lying among the ruins of the fortress. Without hesitation, she grabbed it, her grip tightening around the hilt. She charged at the demon, her heart pounding in her chest. The battle was brutal, every strike echoing through the night. But in the end, it was Anna who stood victorious. With a final decisive blow, she struck the demon down. As the creature fell, its dark presence began to lift. The island, once filled with dread and terror, seemed to breathe again. The nightmare was over. The journey home was quiet. Anna, exhausted but alive, sat on the ship's deck as the island faded into the distance. She had survived, but she knew her life would never be the same. "This trip changed me," she whispered to herself, her eyes distant. "I'll never forget what happened." As the ship approached the coast of Australia, Anna knew she had left the island behind. But the memory of its horrors, the demon's glowing eyes, the darkness that consumed her friends, would haunt her forever.